Flandra locking the Kled. There you go. There's some more AD threat.
These are wild compositions to wrap your head around sided than it was the previous time, but still working out very well for them.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we are going to get Maokai pressure on bottom side. So everybody still has flashes, should be fine, but Tarzan's got some time to work with, so.
Highwing, very close to the ball there, immediately going to get knocked back with the arcane smash and just deleted.
This time around, it's Maokai, point and click with the flash, gets the kill, immediately gets the objective. And as I said up before this, he had the full time because all his camps are cleared. So this is as efficient as you get from each of them. And Kled is still bottom technically, but the ult can close a lot of distance, so could clear the wave, start walking up, and might still get here for the later grubs. But as of now, the first one is cleanly taken without smite by Jinja, so he still has smite to secure another one. Just Q smite that one, 2 for sure. 2 for sure, 3 for sure. Kled's not coming, Kled's not coming.
And that is CFO being first to that top wave, right? Getting pushed first. So Doggo and Kaiwing could move down first, as well as Shanks able to, Rest able to wander up. Now it looks like it might cost him a plate. Really only hope completing that initial item. And finally get the setup around Drake.
Yeah, seeing the Nami finally join as well on top side. They're able to finish off the bottom side cross-map objective play for themselves. It's just massive in this game as well because of them. Here we go.
Ulti in, tanking the tower. Shanks caught out. Decimating smash not quite going to come through. Shanks, one more stack of the Cyclone as they start to spin right on top of him. Realm Warp there, but Junja, crushing blow, just takes him down.
Beautiful surgical dive there from CFO on top side. Mid lane as well, the pressure, but...
Forced to ulti, but almost able to threaten a kill onto Doggo. Is forced to use the barrier in the end, but they get the heal out from Kaiwing too.
So nicely done from CFO. Even though your tower is traded on the bottom side, you make the early move, you get the kill there, and mid lane was able to apply a little bit of pressure as well, but still fairly even. Towers just traded.
Hold the thought. Doggo stepping up. Massive damage on the Fox Bomb. Here comes Honkyu. Tarzan's got nowhere to go. Twisted advance to get him out a little bit extra healing, but Honkyu snipes the kill.
Plus, I get the extra pick. While they're doing Rift Herald, they get the kill free. Here onto Tarzan. Tarzan, no flash either.
I mean, no ult for the Yunara. They just don't do enough damage. Kyle forced to rocket belt out away from Doggo. CFO using these spikes beautifully. And I gotta say, they've just been a step ahead. CFO continue to impress.
I think he has delivered. Let's see if they can again in this game. No, he has one of their 2 kills. The Aurora is just such a big champ here, and here we go. They get their damage on the tower, and the Rift Herald's gonna finish it off.
CFO and Honkyu pushing in the mid wave are gonna finish it off. Opens up so much of the map for them. Honkyu wandering in, hoping to catch out Hope. Kyle off to the side. Ulti out from Honkyu. Zoning away. Kyle getting his flash before the big fight is going to be big, but here's the response. The charge now coming out. Ulti from Tarzan. They see a window of opportunity. Tidal wave response. Flandra into the back line. Junja immediately backing up. Doggo for now untouched. Flandra zoned away. Forced to flash away from the bubble. Doggo stepping up. Junja, the reset on the Cyclone just in time. Flandra's got him on a rope, but I don't think that's where he wants to be. Honkyu with the follow. CFO take the fight.
CFO are flying high. That is everybody still alive. 4-4-0. And they own Summoner's Rift.
How many teams crumble in that moment when the immediate re-engage comes in from the opposition? CFO turn it right back, not scared whatsoever. Ulti for Kyle's flash, knowing there's no return. Honkyu, the tiniest bit of mana, 30, almost flawlessly calculated to get him through that fight. And CFO, they were in control, but they were behind on Drake's. Now they've just got everything going for them.
Yeah, both insane from him. And that's why I credit Honkyu with going to attack him. You know, you force out the flash, you force out the Proto Belt.
And again, heads up, we've seen this at MSI, we've seen this a lot in high-level League of Legends, but attacking the cooldowns.
Acts as a turret here on the Corki.
And it's a good moment for Doggo because you can see if that was a Jarvan, if that was something else. Hold that thought, charge on the way in. Tarzan trying to bully his way forward. Doggo already used the cleanse, locked up for a moment. Flandra right into the back line, the rest is here to respond. Doggo for now untouched. Flandra demounted and running. 5K on the Otacon. Honkyu popping off with the ultimate. It's a tidal wave across the entire team fight, and he catches Kyle. Crucially, but Honkyu about to fall. Invisible for a moment, the side step. Otacon might finish him off. It's a Realm Warp bid coming in for the meantime, and Shanks, but he's not quite sure where he wants to be. Shanks into the back line, but it's Shanks who goes into the tower and will fall. Otacon resetting. Tarzan and AL on the return. retreat, and it's CFO again making their mark on Summoner's Rift, finding the fight on the top side of the map as Junja spins after Tarzan and takes down the AL jungler.
Exquisite League of Legends from CFO!
Otacon, an easy pickup now. A replay I cannot wait to see, again responding so well, the entire team ready to protect Doggo when Flandra forced his way into the fight. And AL once again behind the ball, behind the play. Close, but not able to finish out. It'll take a bit of time, but Otacon is theirs. The gold lead is theirs. The advantages just continue to grow.
Man, Hongyu surviving.
CFO so good at capitalizing on the split-second decisions, these tiny moments. AL, it looks like they're all going at the same time. No, Shanks is a little bit further back, so they don't hesitate to dive in. Doggo knows that the damage from Tarzan and Kyle on one flank isn't enough to kill him, so he is in the face of that Maokai at the start.
Like it, but is it true? Ryze has Realm Warp. Ryze has Realm Warp. He could Realm Warp his team closer.
CFO betting a ton on this play. Kyle still waiting off to the side. They know almost all of the ultis are missing. Flandra has his, as does
Maokai Q
Shanks.
smite!
Maokai Q smite! Tarzan gets it! Flawless read, Kobe, the fight now breaks out. Flandra off to the side, Rest isolated, but Junja is still standing. AL got the worm now, they need to get to the fight. Hope continuing to step forward. CFO forced back. They thought they had the damage, but the math was wrong. Flandra in the midst of the entire team, ready to demount, continuing to go, finding a hell of a lot of courage now in this late game fight because it's Hope and AL. Realm warped into the back line, but Rest says we're gonna get something back.
There's only one survivor for AL. It's Shanks, and Hongyu
goes in, takes him down.
Comes through, and even though Doggo gets taken down, he does a lot of burst damage, enough so that Rest can then finish off the kill by flashing forward. And then Shanks tries to teleport out because he sees the teleport.
Angles of their own. So hard to get that creative Maokai angle that you mentioned earlier. So both sides just continue to poke. Doggo still walking forward with a lot of confidence, but has to give a little bit more respect as ulti now coming in for Flandra. Immediate TP coming on the backside. That's Hongyu on the way to the fight. He does have the ulti up and available. Tidal wave going in. Hongyu coming back. Ulti just in time. Wants to take down Shanks, but doesn't quite have the hard CC. Shanks manages to make it out. But Rest keeps driving forward as Hope falls. Tarzan and Kyle on the backline, but all of the damage is gone. Tarzan will not be enough. Kyle finally finds the engage, but it's too little. It's too late because it's Junja moving in the whirlwind there. AL crumbling. Flandra comes back into the fight just in time to watch AL fall to pieces. The Quadra coming in for Doggo. CFO dominate game one.
The Oysters look exceptional today. CFO are going to march on the Nexus Towers.
And it's going to take a second because there's no way.
The minions are going to follow shortly.
But it's 12 seconds to Kyle, it's 23 seconds to Hope. It's not enough. CFO moved better around the map, fought better, out executed. 5-0-11 for Hongyu, Quadra for Doggo. Kyle is not enough. CFO alongside the Braum can be a lethal duo.
Yeah, I love the mobility. You know, you're facing this AL squad here. Mobility looks very good to get away from.
Wandering in. Again, often with the Ziggs, you know, you can take control of the lane early on, but Braum is just so good into these melee options. It makes it hard for Kyle to do much, and Junja commit to the dive, moves in, after charge doesn't do a whole hell of a lot. 3 markup, that's 4 on the concussive blows. Kaiwing now moving out. Tower angle flawlessly traded. No one nearby to punish.
To contest, Leona's pretty far away. Leona and Orianna will come, but it is later.
Tarzan. Ready with the wind becomes lightning. Shanks level 6, so is Hongyu. 800, Smite gonna finish it. Kyle wants to keep the fight going. Junja isolated off to the side, but it's Hongyu immediately diving in on top of Tarzan, trying to stop any fall. But now it's a 3v2 in the river. Hongyu absorbing so much pressure, likely gonna cost him his life, but he manages to take one with him. CFO grabbed the objective, likely to take down Kyle as well. 1-for-1 trade thus far on top of the Drake. Flandra doesn't hit the ult! It's so close, pixels away. Kaiwing, they managed to go right back in. Kyle holding on for an extra second. Feet of warfare there. Kaiwing right in the back of the pit. He's a dead man walking, doesn't have a flash. They're gonna take a bit more time and clean him up, but my God, what a start to game 2.
Well, okay, Tarzan gets chased out of stealing the red, but they should be able to at least, they're gonna finish the burst on this one.
Finish the burst. Rest ready to contest. Doggo waiting off to the side. Coling Up and available. That's Junja coming down from the stars. Tarzan isolated face first with Rest. It's going to be a tough fight, but in comes the public execution on the backside. Down goes Rest. Kyle going to take the kill. Another one going to fall as Kyle gets taken out. Honky versus Shanks in the bottom lane, but it might not matter. Tarzan's running for his life. Junja ready to finish that one off. Doggo gets it with a piercing light. Honky will escape in the bot lane 1v1.
Okay, so +1 on the kills for CFO. The Pantheon ultimate allows the chase. Junja is able to force the fight. They get the extra kill. They're not going to get the extra grub, I don't think, yet, because the teleport from Leona. No. Yes?
Maybe.
So yeah.
Yes.
So Leona did Tarzan, removing the enemy jungler so they could go get the 1 grub, but Tarzan then goes back to collect the final. No shroud.
Go in. Knows that he has to commit at least a little bit to get away. Wave being held. Instantaneous knockup. Nice backstep coming in from Honkyu. Redemption coming in. Healing there. They'll finally cut him down. In the meantime, a push back in the mid lane for CFO, but well played by AL.
Okay, Pantheon has ulti, so Kaiwing's trying to make time right now. They could Pantheon ulti up with the dolly.
Push in. So they want to keep playing fight. Kyle so low. Just barely able to escape the spear. The extra damage might have finished the job.
See Akali pressure up there?
Yeah.
It makes the positioning through river really dangerous for your low mobility carry.
Also, you have to keep in mind that Shanks has ticked over to level 11. It was slightly before Honkyu. Honkyu has just now gotten his, but the level 2 on that shockwave can be devastating. So something that CFO have to respect is Rest isolating Flandra.
That was, I believe, I don't know if we saw it, but Flandra flashed.
Flandra flashed, equalizer down, and of course, no way to cancel the Ambessa TP, so I like the decision to chunk out there.
AL, use that mid to get your mid priority, and then you can just have an easy setup for this Dragon number 3. And while Honkyu is pushing topside, CFO can just make the decision to give up Dragon number 3. They don't have to keep stacking them. It's the choice right now for CFO between, do we keep our Akali split pushing? I mean, the tower's going to go down early, so I guess he could just get the tower and then still have time to teleport in. Are we going to see it?
Not wanting to risk, I think, the full-on 5v5 without the setup, respecting Shanks on this Orianna, respecting the AoE damage that can come through. So instead, prioritizing the side lanes, giving up mid lane in exchange for top lane. Will they concede the Drake?
Oh, he's teleporting. Here we go.
They do want the full fist fight. Kaiwing kicking things off, already exhausted. Off on the backside, it's Rest who's getting deleted, but he manages to go golden for a brief moment. Honkyu trying to immediately follow up. Tarzan isolated. Follow-up is there, but the ulti's keeping him safe. Honkyu immediately into the midst of the entire team as Flandra is forced back for a brief moment. Junja flashing in. Shockwave yanking him right back as Honkyu continues to live, but it's hope on the backside. Honkyu alive once again. Flandra re-engaging. The shield's keeping him standing. Flandra in the midst of the entire team. He manages to make it work.
What a fight! AL clutch it out there. They're going to get the Dragon on top of all of the extra kills.
Impressive stuff. Exactly what AL needed. A gold lead, the momentum in their favor, stopping the Dragon, stacking, taking a fight off CFO.
Holy, okay. They get the extra flower petals. They get the Drake on top of it. Wow, what an amount of damage there. And the flank round the backside with the extra wave clear here. They can set up for the bottom side of the map easily. You know, top side tower goes down, and so Otacon on bottom side. They've already taken care of mid tower, so.
Moments ago, both sides knowing how crucial this Otacon is. That's the ulti coming in for Junja. Sees them in the pinch. Wants to go in. Tarzan using an ulti, but on an immediate shutdown. Honkyu trying to find his way onto Hope to make sure that no more damage can follow up. Flash forward, stun from Kyle, and they take down Honkyu. 4-man stack from CFO, though, still standing, still strong. 2 down.
And if they bring Ziggs over.
Kaiwing has TP. Is immediately going to TP back to the fight. They need to be careful, though. Their resistances are getting shredded. Hope is going to hit like a truck. They're trying to zone Kaiwing out of the fight for a brief moment.
Burn it.
4K.
The patience. They let the patience.
Getting lower. Altin coming in from Flandra. Immediately takes down one. TP coming in the meantime for the rest of AL. Flandra flashing back to get away from Doggo. Wants to turn the fight back. Doesn't have the shield up in time as Doggo gets one back in return. AL holding the bottom lane. Standing strong. They will not concede the Herald. The patience starting to run thin. And it looks like we're going to have to go one more time because Otacon's not out of this one yet.
For it again. Are we getting back to set up for this?
One more time. Junja ulting again. Rinse and repeat. We've seen this one before, but this time it's Hope who's been isolated. Hope trying to flash away, Rest off to the side. Hope blocked out the satchel, not nearly enough to keep him standing. That's the ulti from the Ziggs. Not having a whole hell of a lot of effect. Honkyu ready to retreat if need be, but Tarzan knows that he needs to follow. Equalizer to split the fight. They don't have tri-bush control. CFO, it's not a great angle to start. Rest is incredibly low, but they do have the man advantage. Instead, the Drake now set in their sights. Shanks moving in. Level 15 on the Orianna. The shockwave will hurt, but CFO refused to group. Doggo waiting over the wall, calling to split the fight. need to keep Tarzan away. 2K getting lower. Tarzan steals it, but Honkyu uses the Mega Blast Cone to get in. Instantly, he's suppressed by Flandra, denying the engage back in return. But AL get what they came for. They take the Drake. Safety, AL continuing to chip away at these summoner spells, but their focus isn't on the objective. Junja gonna walk forward too. They're risking so much just to attempt to steal. Finding kills back now. He's knocked up. He's taken down. Tarzan grabs another. Patience resetting on Otacon. Rest about to fall, holding onto his life. Surely, AL get the objective.
Good focus from AL to go for kills and not over tunnel on the Otacon. Tarzan constantly looking for anyone stepping up from the side of CFO. They get the kill onto Junja, and they will finally, Dracos, get the Otacon.
That's the patient composure we were missing in game one from AL, playing for the kills, not giving the opportunity for any cheeky fast plays. CFO now, after the Otacon is taken, do respond with a tower of their own.
Really good focus from AL on attacking this Akali. Flandra and Tarzan have just had their eyes set on him, constantly getting these big engages onto the Akali. Even with the Otacon being taken and the dragon being stolen by AL, and even with this tower going down, they're still slightly behind in gold.
Doggo chasing, poke damage onto Kyle. Just be careful not to overcommit here,
Pantheon
but Junja might just be on the way, and he is! It's the Pantheon! Right to the back line, Aegis assault to block, and he fall off damage. Decent equalizer to kick things off, but Tarzan is relatively untouched. Honkyu in the midst, the team almost immediately gets taken down. Ulti from Flandra! So many low health bars! Flandra, Tarzan, and Shanks tear through CFO!
AL are gonna get that Baron. I don't think there's anything Junja can do about it. Flash not coming off cooldown. AL will strike back here in game two.
The re-engage is just so lethal. The confidence to start from CFO is good, but AL play it beautifully.
Chasing into Oriana Ziggs, Dracos.
Much to deal with. The squishy members of CFO. AL in firm control, leveraging this Baron to its fullest potential here. Red Bull Baron power play.
Shanks with the 5k damage in that last fight, and Shanks is, if you consider a stacked up Dark Seal a real item, which is like, it's kind of a real item, and he's got the Blighting Jewel as well for it's like, it's kind of like a half item there. He's pretty full, and with the Baron buff, AL, they're not gonna let you breathe for very long. Taking down mid tower inhibitor, under fire as well. The dragon is on the table, so after inhibitor, they're gonna go towards bottom side, take down that turret.
And there's not a lot of counterplay from CFO outside of forcing an engage, but it's AL who will force it first. Tarzan getting us kicked off, immediate knockup. Down goes Rest. CFO gonna retreat, holding the line for now, but again, AL have more range, better siege tool, more threat. CFO can only force a fight. It's their only recourse against the push, against the pressure that AL are putting down. Junja gonna kick things off. Wander still has the GA. Aegis assault to keep him standing for now. Will retreat. Ball pulled back as Honkyu tries to get a little bit more space. Dash back, but he still gets clipped. Doggo now running. Wind becomes lightning as he's caught out. Forced back into the fountain as AL determined to take us to game three. Beautiful team fighting across the board. Honkyu shut down and denied time and time again. Honestly, like one of this year's most standard drafts. It's good for a reason, right? These are all picks that have been good at different points in the meta. They're all very safe picks, whereas AL are cooking a little bit more. You know, you have the LeBlanc Jhin combo, you have this Trundle Rek'Sai topside.
With this, Ocean Dragon slows as well, so it can be annoying to disengage from. Teleport comes down to fully commit though for CFO, and that's going to scare off the rest of AL. So good job fully committing. CFO, get it.
It's not really a great position for CFO to contest. They have level 6, they have MF ult, but way better vision setup. They might be able to get one. That seems the most likely trade. AL immediately going to back away. I think that makes sense. No reason to commit to the fight once CFO are able to arrive. Just be happy with 2 that you basically got for free.
Okay, content with that. So 1 objective as of yet. And we'll have to wait another minute for the dragon, but...
Shanks. Stunned, but a nice pullback means that...
Alistar behind, Alistar headbutt.
Through. Kyle not quite able to get the angle. Rest flashing out, immediately gonna pop the dominance. Tarzan coming to the wall, Rest very likely to fall. Q healing, that's the cold of meat, keeping him standing for an extra second. He wants to dash out, but down he goes. Shanks with first blood.
Very nice overstay there. Kyle still behind an enemy jungle. He is warding up. Bottom side.
big rock. Not enough to finish off Laundry. Flash out as well. Good job surviving on the bottom side.
Rockets that are for you to set up. And anyways, the timing on that is actually important. You know, Junja goes for a little bit of a shorter release on the Q, so he doesn't get interrupted. But topside,
knock back on the Laundry. Has access to the tunnel, but not quite. Oh, he's going to be able to get in range. Even with the healing reduction. Able to get enough help. Waiting over the wall, though. Who could it be? It's the Vi. It's Junja. Laundra living for an extra second, but it'll be Hongq grabbing the kill. Of course, in the meantime, the
by Trundles with Trinity Forces.
Yeah. Trinity Force people in general, and then above that, Trundles with Trinity Force. And that's the thing, right? These item spikes coming through, due in part to that first kill on the top side, means Shanks and Tarzan got theirs a little bit quicker, able to provide that threat, and now denying CS in bottom lane.
And you give the solo, you give the gold to the LeBlanc here. Quickly funnel this burst damage. So Shanks cashes in.
Comes Shanks hopping over the wall, looking for a bit of that poke. TP now coming in from Flandra. Skirmish line set up. Eyes on Doggo for that ulti. Hongq dividing the fight with the wall, but Tarzan interrupts him with a pillar. Flick back onto Kyle is good. Flandra looking for the multi-man knockup. Doggo still standing, holding off that ultimate. 2 more seconds, but there the bullets go. Doggo grabbing the kill on Kyle. AL retreating, but they're not leaving quite yet. The curtains have been called. Doggo backing off, slowed for a brief moment. Junja splitting his attention, wants to finish the Herald, but Tarzan there, ready. A Q smite potential to come through, but Tarzan has no flash. CFO secure the Herald.
Doggo is the bigger carry here. They just melt through the front line. Alistar ult, don't care. Front target, just burn through him. Here we go.
Hongq. Knock was there. Flanders starting to do pretty good damage with the team match. Shanks on the way in as well. Hongq surely is just going to fall. That's the ulti from Flandre to get another one down. Junja wants to make it the hell out, but he can't. Tarzan flashing forward, the body block. The ball breaker breaking absolutely nothing, and Shanks gets another.
Game 3 here. AL answer back, trying to keep it close. You can just pop it mid as long as you guarantee it gets the engage off, which it very well should, unless Trundle is there and can foil you with a pillar. Then that should mean that the Rift Herald will guarantee mid, and topside is guaranteed here from Hongq. So tower collection time for CFO, dragon collection time for AL.
And of course, when you look at both teams, the gold is very clear where the teams have advantage. Doggo 1.4K gold lead for himself. More healing reduction coming out. Second full item is going to be, and then it's Shanks. 2-0-1, 400 gold lead doesn't seem massive, but he's really going to start hurting here as Kaiwen's able to block most of the damage with the Celestial opposition. Now the Herald charge going to come through. Waiting, the interrupt isn't quite there. Instantaneous ulti coming in from Doggo. CFO don't hesitate to pull the trigger, and it might just be 2 quick kills in the blink of an eye. Shanks trying to give him more damage down, but Junja is still standing.
Fortune ultimate, and 2 towers taken for CFO.
And this is so incredibly important to break open mid like this, to decrease the amount of passive map control AL have. He holds it. If he can use it on Shanks before that burst damage comes through, so much of that impact is going to be mitigated. Doggo walking in, he has the Bloodthirster, not afraid to tank some of this damage. Big chunk onto Hope. It is the Jhin. He can't stay in the back line, but we'll have to be careful. TP coming in from behind of CFO.
Camp that telly.
Ball breaker ready to go, trying to jump in onto Flandre. Flandre immediately retreating. Wall splitting the entire fight. Hongq knocked away. Curtain call coming out. Last bullet not quite going to connect. One more coming in for Hope, but he can't get anything done. Ulti from Doggo doesn't do too much work, and it's Riverest who might be in trouble. Kyle backing away. 3K on the objective. All comes down to the smite on the Otacon. Ulti in to make sure he gets the pin. It's getting lower and lower. Who gets it in the end? AL keeping the fight going, but no! It's Tarzan in the clutch who manages to take the Otacon. Flandre with the foul up. The double. Make it a triple. And Shanks to run down Kaiwing as AL get everything.
AL, they put their flag in the dirt at Otacon. Finish off the kill the front line, and follow through with the fight.
And now, this is what makes AL's composition so terrifying. Once they're in the driver's seat, there's just no safe place on the map. You highlighted it beautifully, right? The ulti from Junja to make sure that he could get into the pit. Didn't need to use it for a kill, but in the 50-50, in a battle of pure skill, it's Tarzan who comes out on top in the smite fight, and AL who dominate the exchange. It was CFO with almost 4,000 gold in their advantage. Doggo almost 2K individually. Now starting to even up here as AL looking good in this mid game.
They certainly are. Dragon number 3 on top of the Otacon for AL. And now, the stacks that we were keeping track of for Shanks is fully stacked.
Shanks for the first time gets to do the LeBlanc thing. Moves in with support, they lay down vision, he can hide in the darkness, but instead it's Junja hiding in the darkness. Nice start onto Tarzan, but he's standing for an extra second. The full channel on the ulti as Doggo gets the kill. The pillar doesn't quite connect, and now it might be Kyle in trouble. Shanks waiting over the wall, trying to take down Doggo, but Doggo has the healing to stay standing. Shanks not able to get the kill down. Flandra, they want the follow. Doggo finally drops it. It's Hope who finds the last shot. 2 more bullets left in the chamber, might be able to get something done. Flandra retreating, AL on the way out. CFO continue to work their way back. Easy soul setup for AL.
Yep, there you go. How do you deal with the LeBlanc poke? AL, they're going to have the Chemtech Soul on top of it.
Keep him mid. Rest forced to backdash. Moving up to the top side, threatening the Baron. Kyle waiting over the wall. Oh my gosh, this is going to be devastating. Kyle goes over, immediate pop. Doggo tries to pull channel, but Kyle has the interrupt. Curtains calls, and now it's Shank and Flandre to follow up. CFO being routed, forced back. Hongq still standing. Doggo still alive for a brief moment, but it's the tag team of top jungle to tear him down. Hongq knocked out as well, and they don't need a Baron. They want the series. AL barreling down mid.
AL want that quarterfinal spot, and they're going to take it.
AL with one final push. The patience, once they had the lead for Shanks, there was no coming back for CFO. Rest versus the world, a few moments to watch the wave come in, but is AL taken out in game 1, bouncing back in game 2 and 3. They've taken down HLE, they've taken down Genji, and now it's CFO as they move on to the quarterfinals.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.